Hello everyone, this is Abhinav from Phone Bunch, and today we'll be doing the gaming review of the Micromax canvas Elanza. You can see from here, it's the Micromax A93 or canvas Elanza running Android 4.2.2. First off, we are going to start with Subway Surfers. There's a little bit of frame delay here, which was unprecedented. Although the game does get better as we play along. The frame rate has normalized a little bit. The touch response is adequate. Now we are playing Frontline Commando D-Day. Its graphics requirements are a bit higher. Here the gameplay is a bit smoother. But sometimes the frame rate does drop here too.
Heads down, boys.
Our camera went out of focus a little bit here and there.
Fire in the hole.
The graphics rendering is quite alright. Have a look at the gameplay some more. That's it. Now we move on to Temple Run 2. It's a fast-paced game again. However, the graphics requirements are a bit lower, definitely. The display is a bit oversaturated because of the high contrast levels, which you can see in this game as well. Everything looks a bit darker than it should be. The color profile of the display is definitely not accurate. Now we are going to play Dead Trigger 2. Here the gameplay was quite smooth. We didn't face any major frame rate issues in this game particularly. The canvas Elanza has 1 GB of RAM. Therefore, the gaming should have been a lot better, at least that's what we expected. But sometimes the frame rate does get a bit lower than desired.
You have less than 2 minutes to get here, otherwise I'm gone.
Considering that it has the same chipset as the Carbon A12 Plus and the Micromax Canvas Fun A74, those phones perform much better than this one, at least in gaming. Although they both have just 512 MB of RAM. Here's Riptide GP2. Here too you can see that the frame rate is totally inconsistent. It's far lower than what we got on both those phones. And we haven't changed the settings to high even. Most are to moderate and low settings. The frame rate is quite low here. Have a look at the gameplay some more. That's enough of Riptide. Now we are going to play Modern Combat 4. The graphics rendering is quite good, which you can see from here. All the elements are created, including the smoke at the back, the blood which you can see on the display, dynamic lighting, everything works. But seems we have a slow RAM that's actually causing this issue. The frame rates are totally inconsistent. Here too in MC4, the frame rate is a bit lower. The game has picked up a little bit. Now I can control the game better. I won't call it lag exactly, but the frame rate does just dip a little bit, which makes the game a bit jittery sometimes.
He's behind cover! Hostile eliminated! Let's go, Blake!
So that's enough of Modern Combat 4. Here's Real Racing 3. Here too you can see that the frame rates are really low. And that's totally not what we expect from Mali 400 and on a device that has 1 GB of RAM. Real Racing generally requires more RAM. The environment looks beautiful, as I've said earlier. So it's either the processor that's been throttled or the RAM is not that fast. Now we move on to N.O.V.A 3. Here too the gameplay is quite jittery. It's a bit laggy as well. Although there are no frame drops, but the frame rate is inconsistent. You can see that the frames do get stuck sometimes in between. N.O.V.A 3 gameplay is quite poor, as was Real Racing 3. Now we are going to play FIFA 14. The game has changed a little bit since we last reviewed it. There are some new controls and markers on players. That's a goal now. As I was saying, there are some new controls and markers which show the direction of the players as well as where the ball is moving. It now gives you a visual representation of the direction the game is going. It definitely looks better, and here the gameplay is actually quite smooth. You can see there are several elements in work here, and that's another goal. That was enough of FIFA 14. Now we are going to move to the last game of the review. It's Asphalt 8. We are playing this game in very low settings, as even in low settings, the gameplay was quite jittery. In very low settings, however, you can see that the gameplay is quite good. There isn't any frame delay. The frame rate is consistent as well. But that's just this game. Most of the games that we have played today showed that the Canvas Elanza is actually not that great a performer, especially when it comes to gaming, even though it has 1 GB of RAM. Within the same price point, you have the Q1000 Opus from Zolo, which performed much better in gaming in my view. Plus, it has a better display, even though it is lower in resolution at FWVGA. The display on the Canvas Elanza has a very high contrast level, which makes everything looks oversaturated, and truly the display looks much worse than some of the lower end models that we have tested of late. We thought that the 1 GB of RAM would give a definite boost to gaming, since we have already seen great performance from the same chipset, that's MT6572, on both the Carbon A12 Plus as well as the Micromax Canvas A74. But that was not to be. Gaming performance is truly below average on the Canvas Elanza. Well, that's all for the gaming review. You can watch our full review of the Moto G Dual SIM Indian variant, the unboxing of the Canvas Elanza as well as its benchmarks. Don't forget to subscribe. This was Abhinav Parak for Phone Bench, signing off. Thank you and have a great day.